Hey Sean, it's Rem. So I'm gonna go over what the presentation is looking like right now for Tuesday. Um, Let me know if you got anything to add, and I'll send you the slides as well, and this will be posted on YouTube with the link so that you can find it. Um, but I'm basically just gonna give you like kind of the presentation that I want to give and run over some of the stuff that's gonna be in it. So Idaho Greek Life evaluation of overall performance. Um, so I'm going to start by talking about what the Gentry survey told us, how we had 1 week to fill it out. 38% of all fraternity men responded, 59% of sorority women responded, so pretty large number of people. We're going to go into the survey stuff, talk about what the numbers say. They'll be able to look at these numbers for IFC, and we'll kind of go through them one at a time. We'll look at them for Panhellenic. We'll go through them one at a time. And then we'll get here. These are the areas that I identified as problem areas for IFC. The hazing tolerance is significantly higher than the national average. The social experience seems to be an integral part of the brotherhoods on our campus. And the solidarity of brotherhood is high, leaning towards not talking about true problems that exist in an organization. So that would be like limiting people getting resources from the Greeklife office. They feel less comfortable doing stuff like that. So that's what I thought that one was. The solidarity brotherhood. The very bottom one here is a little bit higher than the national average. And I thought that those were probably the three areas that were most like right now the most worrisome for us. And then for Panhellenic, sisterhood based on social experience is of high importance. Continuance of commitment was lower than the national average, surprisingly. And the hazing tolerance is still high, which I find it kind of weird that on his survey, the national hazing tolerance for women looks like it's about a 6.8, and for men, it looks like it's about a 6.2. And we have pretty close to the same hazing tolerance for men and women on our campus, right around a 7. So I don't know. I just thought that was something that they could focus on there too. I just kind of just wanted the third one to go on there, to be honest. So maybe I'll take that out. I don't know. Give me some feedback. Um, but we'll talk about those a little bit and why those are important. Then we're going to go with some other fun facts about Greek life this semester at U of I. We currently have 8 open and ongoing hazing investigations, with 1 sorority and 7 fraternities under investigation. Recruitment numbers for men and women are still dropping, as they have for the last 3 years. We've not come up with a solution to this yet, or changed anything within the process to assist our chapters with recruitment. We've also had 22 alcohol transports that have been called in for students that are Greek on this campus. This accounts for nearly all of our alcohol transports that have happened on campus this semester. Um, so then I'm going to ask them what they think the university's perspective is of us after we kind of tally this stuff up. And we're going to talk about on this slide. It's supposed to be like this is where the conversational piece comes in. Like what? And I was thinking, I was also thinking about adding another slide in back here about what's missing from the survey, because there's a couple things that I think we could talk about that are missing from the survey that don't get that weren't like direct questions that come off the survey. So I don't know what those would be. I haven't really thought about it too much, but I think that there's like sexual assault. There's like efficiency of chapters and like their overall like functionality, and some other stuff like that that we haven't really touched on with these surveys. So yeah, I was hoping that those would maybe come up. So maybe we'll bring it up a slide right before, yeah, right after this. So so now I'm back to slide 3. So IFC numbers, Panhellenic numbers, and then maybe that question right here about what, another slide here, the question about what's missing from the survey, and then go into this, and then Panhellenic, and then that stuff, and then this, is just going to be a conversation so that people understand where we are with Greek life and that kind of stuff. We can talk here about how there's really no difference between fraternities and clubs and other organizations on campus, and that's what makes it so hard for us to like function sometimes. Like we have alumni, but so does Vandal Solutions, and so does the Quidditch Club or whatever. So we talk about alumni engagement and things that have happened before, and we like just kind of like tying that up for all these new presidents. So going over that, and give them a little more perspective. This is just what I came up with today, as far as stuff that I can remember off the top of my head from shutdowns this last year. We got Penn State, LSU, FSU, TSU, OSU, and Michigan. Michigan's the most recent one, I think, or Ohio State was the most recent one, I think, actually. And there was another one. I think there was another death that was a multicultural Greek, but I couldn't find it. I found the link for it on Twitter. But, anyways, this is the next slide. This is this USA Today article. Oh, it's gonna work. Hell yeah! So it takes you here, and this is like a talk about it's like a USA Today report, but it's about Greek life and why, how hazing happens and all this stuff. And so I thought it was a good video. It brings up, it also talks a little bit about sexual assault too, which I thought was important because that's kind of where the second half of this presentation goes. So how can we avoid being next on this list? What activities we do right now that lead to things like this happening? I feel like those are a little bit more loaded questions than we need like at this point in the PowerPoint maybe. So maybe another way to like ask the question would be better. Just like, what what's the common theme here? What's our, what are some problems, like why are these, I don't really know what to ask. I feel like those are kind of like, that's like a big jump for the questions, I guess, but whatever. And I have this slide about sexual assault in Greek life, and to be honest, I'm just like, with this stuff, I'm just kind of going off, like I told you the other day when I was just talking to some of the girls when I was at the bar, and it was just kind of weird, like the number of people that would say, like, they, like even just like walking around in the bar, that it's just more of like a common thing, I guess. I don't know. And so I don't know. It's another thing that I thought we need to bring up with these presidents, because chapters on our campus do a very poor job of being, like diverse and understanding like the repercussions of sexual assault and stuff like that. And none of our chapters get trained on it. So do we talk about sexual assault and what it is? Do our members feel comfortable approaching each other about the topic? Are our members educated enough to know what to do to approach a situation? Do our chapters talk about these issues openly, about how they treat people who come to their house, or talk about how they're treated going to other houses? Because where we are right now is, we have to be in a place where people feel comfortable coming over to all the fraternities, and not they don't have to, but it just needs to be I don't know. I feel like it's something that we just need to work on as a community, is identifying why that happens and how we can avoid it. And I don't know if this is the right place to bring it up. It might totally not be, but that's why I'm checking with you. So there's that. And then this last page is like there's a quote that we have from our like Sigma Chi like readings, but it's about like acting or reacting. And I was gonna like put it in there. I was just gonna talk about it, like I guess our option to either act, on things like this, where we have these hazing deaths and other shitty activities going on, or, are we going to react to them and just wait till it gets to our campus, talk about how we were supposed to have someone die this fall, statistically, and just kind of go from there and figure out what are some things that we can do. At this point, I would like to go around the room and have everyone throw out an idea of what they think we should do on our campus to specifically avoid getting us in trouble with the university or having someone die. So I think that'd be a cool exercise to do. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I got right now. I put the statistics in here. So these are some good ones. And these are the good ones to have in there. If I miss anything, let me know. But I think that's about it. So that's what it looks like right now. I'll send that over to you so you can look at it.